this is only going to get worse as time goes on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I'm Stylosa. So, this is about AI. Overwatch AI art allegations. Now, this has been quite interesting because over the last couple of days, I myself have fallen for AI art, which has been generated to look like it's from Overwatch. Now, this is a complex situation. There's a lot of people throwing allegations all over the place, and we've also had an official response from Blizzard. But I must say at the top of this video, Blizzard's stance when it comes to AI art is it is an absolute no-go. No art in Overwatch will be AI generated. It needs to be made by a human, and that's just the way it's going to be. In fact, they've got a very anti-AI stance, which is a good place to be. You don't want just AI generated art all in your game, because of course the way these AI models learn is they take tons of data in, so loads of artwork from other artists, and then you ask it to generate an image and it kind of mashes them together and gives you an image. The image might look fine, it might look good, but it's inspired by other artists. It's not actually an original image. So that debate is going to go on forever, but just look at this. So this spray, the esports pose, this was targeted, and there was a massive shitstorm on social media that this was AI generated. Now, I'll be honest, when I looked at this, I did not think it was AI generated. I just was like, whatever, got on with my day. But then you had people doing these insane magnifications, saying, look at the way the hair on Juno blends into her face. Look at the lines on Venture. They don't make sense. No artist would go from thin to thick as they're drawing these characters on the lines. All of this stuff. It's like you can almost invent stuff. You can say, well, I think this because of that. You can maybe draw some similarities to certain ways AI designs these kind of images and all of that stuff. But it's not only this, because there was another image. Look at this one. So you had Wu Yang sitting at a PC with the Overwatch esports logo on the back, and, well, he's playing Overwatch. Again, this was accused of being AI generated because of things like the way the keyboard looks and stuff like that. Now, this is... Blizzard have come out and said this is not AI generated. Now, you've got to believe them. Why would they say it's AI generated? They wouldn't agree with that. They're also going to defend it. They're also going to say it isn't AI generated, potentially if it is. But all of that is like bullshit conspiracy theory, because here's the facts. If it was AI generated, they would have removed it from the game. And the reason I know that is because they've done this in the past. This image that the official Overwatch account tweeted to advertise this new plushie, of course, it's the cow from Busan. First glance, right, you'd look at this and go, oh yeah, that's fine. It's just showing you the plushie. But when you look closely, you can see that the images of the characters in the background, specifically Tracer and D.Va, they don't look quite right. They look odd. They look strange. Why would they look strange? Because they could literally have pulled this, the artwork from the game. So what's going on here? Well, it turns out this was AI generated. Now, we're not entirely sure whether this came from a third party, whether it came from Overwatch, or what was going on. I would imagine it was a third-party contractor company that Blizzard are using to make these kind of assets, because they generally do that. Bigger companies generally do this. Also with things like cosmetics, which is probably why a lot of the accusations were being thrown at those sprays, which we've gone over in this video. But this was AI. So Blizzard actually came out, deleted this, got rid of it because it was AI, and this was their official response. We appreciate that the community brought this to our attention, as it was missed before being posted. We expect images such as this to be artist-made in alignment with our policy. So what's going on here? Why would this even be in that image in the first place? I think this comes down to the way a lot of places are injecting AI into their workflow. Probably what's gone on here is they were concepting images out, right? Somebody probably with absolutely no ability in any kind of graphic design program, whether it be Photoshop or whatever, has just literally said to an AI model, can you put this picture, the picture of the plushie, in front of a background with these these Overwatch characters on a banner? And it's generated that, and they've gone, oh yeah, that looks fine, that's what I want. And they've probably then sent that to somebody who is an artist and said, can you put this image together, or a graphic designer or whatever, and somehow it's got lost in translation. Now, this is just going to happen more and more as time goes on, which leads me to my next point. It is inevitable that this is going to start causing more harm and damage. Now, in terms of the harm this causes, imagine being the artist whose artwork is being accused of being AI. It is like the worst insult you can throw at somebody to go, oh, that's AI generated, what the hell is that, when actually it isn't. And I think what we're going to see more of in the future is more of this like insane analysis of any kind of like small error that may have made it into whatever the final image might be. And then it's being claimed as being AI. This is then going to provoke a reaction from whatever company's involved. Obviously, we're talking about Overwatch here, so you're going to get Overwatch, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be reaction. This is just going to happen more and more. But I do want to talk about how I got caught out. Now, I made a short video and I was highlighting some leaked skins. Now, the reason why I was doing this is because they looked awesome, right? So I'm like, oh my God, these look great. They look fantastic. I think the Soldier 76 toy soldier skin, where he's a little green plastic toy soldier, looked great. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. But what had happened here is a very convincing use of AI to make images that have also got a little bit of a realistic foundation in reality, let's say. So a survey was sent out. Well, a few surveys have been sent out over recent months, which contain potential ideas for skin sets in Overwatch. And what somebody had done is they'd taken Google Gemini and one of the image generation models inside of Gemini, and they'd basically said, can you make Soldier 76 from Overwatch as a green toy soldier and put him, on this background, which is like, the standard background. I think it's Watchpoint Gibraltar. No, actually, I think it's the training range, isn't it? It's one of the Watchpoint backgrounds. Anyway, basically the background that's used in the hero gallery. And yeah, let's go for that. It might have not even have been that in depth. It might have just been generate the image and then they threw the image onto a picture of the background they had. But it looked realistic. It felt realistic because it was from a realistic source, but it was AI. And that's what really worries me. I got convinced. I thought it was real. Now, of course, there are things you could look at with those images and say, well, they were low resolution intentionally to hide any kind of issues that may have arose from the generation process and all of that stuff. So, yeah, maybe don't just jump first without looking, probably the advice there. But I guess the moral of the story is this is just going to get worse. This isn't like it was in the past where a leak could have been faked and it could have been really well made. Now it can be very convincingly made, and it's almost hard to differentiate. And again, by extension, this goes into what's actually being added to the game. We've already seen one instance of Overwatch using AI-generated assets on an official account. Now, it wasn't in the game. It was on Twitter. It was on their social media channels, and they then removed that image. But it does get you thinking, doesn't it? Is there actually anything in the game which has actually been AI generated that we don't know? And maybe it's so convincing that it's going to be very hard to tell. Now, one of the things with AI generation or using AI tools, there's quite a few different ways of looking at this when it comes to creation of assets. Now, I'm in the camp of, if it reduces, let's say, manual labor time, then it's probably good to use AI for that. Now, what could that be? That could be things like, and again, I'll probably get slaughtered for this, but using it to upscale resolution textures, right? So if you want to take something which is 1080p and make it 4K, you've already made the source, and then the AI model just sort of extrapolates it out, makes it higher detail, increases the resolution. In that case, I don't think I've got too much of an issue with that. Obviously, I've got an issue with using AI to generate the asset in the first place, whether that's a new hero design, whether it's a hero concept, whether it's audio, whether it's all kinds of things, a UI concept. But then this becomes a question, doesn't it? And it's almost like an existential threat. Are people involved with the design of Overwatch characters, items, anything in the game using AI in components of the design, and potentially AI is designing bits of that which end up making it through. And I'm not just blaming AI, Overwatch for this bit, because this is like, it's not that I'm making this up. This is definitely happening right now. It's happening across a ton of industries. Most people now are using AI for some sort of like assistance to their work, but it's when the assistance becomes the AI is the work. I believe Demon Hunters, which obviously is massively popular, the composer basically said, yeah, well, AI was used to come up with some of the lyrics in the songs. I mean, does that diminish the quality of the songs? This is a very interesting debate, but the fact is, the debate we've got right now with Overwatch, the AI allegations, and what's going on, the team right now are against the use of AI, and they don't want AI in the game. If it gets into the game, it's a mistake, and if it's identified, they seem to remove it. Or they come out and say, no, this isn't AI. I do think we're going to see more people claiming things are AI when they aren't AI, and I think on the flip side of that, we're going to get things which are in the game which are AI, because maybe an unscrupulous designer or whatever has decided to use AI because potentially they're pressed for time. They need to make things happen quick. And AI is getting so advanced that it's becoming very difficult to tell what the hell is real and what isn't. Now, remember, this isn't like it was a few years ago. AI advances almost, it feels like, on a weekly basis now in terms of how good it is at doing this. Like, one frightening thing to me is because of the amount of content out there with my voice, I can actually quite easily generate a model which is my voice, and then it can generate videos. You know, you could use something else to generate a script. You could then have me speaking, but it's not really me, it's AI. It's a frightening world. It is a very frightening world. I just wanted to make this video though because I thought it was an interesting topic, because it's I think this is a watershed moment. It is the gates are going to start opening on this, and we're going to see a lot of AI related stuff in the future. But let me know, guys, what you think about this in the comments below. Let me know what you think about these images as well that we've gone over in the video. And yeah, I've been Stylosa. If you enjoyed the video, then do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I think Tracer is still disabled in Stadium, which is good because the fact that she's got auto aim is absolutely stupid, and she's way overtuned. It's that, or I'm just bad and she keeps killing me. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you soon.